Hello everyone, welcome back to another Facebook Live. It's been about 10 days, it's been a while. So I'm joining you tonight on this cold, windy, rainy Monday's night to discuss with you why I hate sweeping declarations. As always, give me one moment and I'm going to spread it around our groups. If you're on, guys, say hello. I'd love to hear from you. If you have any questions, pop them below. Have you made a sweeping declaration? If so, what was it? How did it go? In my experience, sweeping declarations aren't very good, and I'm going to explain why. Just bear with me, I'm just getting it into our groups. Okay. 4 people on, say hello, comment. I want to see who's on, I want to see who is watching. And I want to know if you enjoy these videos and what your take on sweeping declarations is. 6 people on, guys. Hey, Chelsea, how are you? Say hello, Chelsea, don't be rude. I'm on here Monday night, sacrificing my time to help educate you all things health and fitness. And it's my pleasure, but the least you can do is say hello. Edwina Porter, hello, Jamie, how are you? I'll see you bright and early in the morning. Okay, we are shared around. Fitness and sweeping declarations go hand in hand. I have trained probably 1,000 people, along with Mitch, Brody, Ryan, and Steve, and nothing annoys me more than, what's wrong with my eye? I'm not sure. A bit red. Anyway, nothing annoys me more than a sweeping declaration. I'll give you an example. I'm not eating fast food for the rest of the year. I'm not drinking for the rest of the year. This is the last piece of chocolate I'll ever eat. Tomorrow I'm eating healthy for the rest of the year. These sweeping statements, these sweeping declarations to improve your health. Well, there's 3 things that always happen with a sweeping declaration. Number 1 is usually the sweeping declaration will be something like, I'm going to start on Monday. Now, with that sweeping declaration, there's always one last time. I'm starting Monday. I'm going to treat myself one more time. The problem with this is that one more time will often occur more than once because you're building up to this monumental declaration or statement. Problem number 1. Problem number 2 is you started. Monday, you're on fire. You've done 3 days. Wednesday, a friend comes to town out of the blue and they want to go out for dinner. And in your mind, you have that internal conflict. Well, I'd like to see my friend. I should go and see my friend. It would be great to catch up with them and have dinner. But in your mind, there is this guilt association with going out and eating dinner. You've demonized something in your life that you can't do anymore. So you feel tremendous guilt towards this. At the end of the day, you go and see your friend. You have that meal, you have that drink, whatever the case may be, and then you feel guilty, you feel bad, you feel like you've done the wrong thing, you feel like you've failed. From there, that fear, that feeling of failure goes into the next day. I've already stuffed up, I've already messed up my declaration, who cares, what's the point? So then, you go off track again. A few more days pass, it's Sunday. The third thing is there's always another sweeping declaration. So you make the declaration, you do one more time just to enjoy yourself. A few days later, you go off that plan, you feel tremendous amounts of guilt, you feel like a failure, it destroys your self-esteem, it makes you think you've got bad willpower, and then you make another sweeping declaration. And that's why I really do not like them, because a good friend of mine, someone very close to me, said to me, Jamie, I'm eating healthy until the wedding. And then the wedding's in November. I had so many questions for that person. What's healthy? Why are you going to eat healthy? What have you done the last few days to make you want to do this? What type of things are you going to do? What type of things are you going to avoid? And they hadn't thought out any of these things. Their definition of sweeping declaration, I'm going to read it right now. A sweeping statement A sweeping declaration is a sweeping statement or generalization someone will make of a particular kind, although is the key word, although they have not considered all relevant facts carefully. That person has not considered all relevant facts necessary when making that sweeping declaration or statement. Do you really really believe that you are going to not eat fast food or eat quote unquote unhealthy food for the rest of the year? I'm going to eat unhealthy food with you at our Christmas party. What are the chances you do that? It's not possible. It is possible, but it's not, first of all, it's not required. It's not necessity. When you make a sweeping declaration, that one last time is always massive. That one last meal before you start the diet Monday, that one last blowout. And then you do that last blowout, you wake up the next day and you feel absolutely atrocious. What are the chances that morning is the day that you get your life on track? You make New Year's resolutions. You go out, you have a huge night with your friends. You wake up the next day, you don't feel the best. There's this sense of new year, new me crap. And you write down this huge goal. Like 99.9% of people have gone off path by the 5th or 6th day. There was a study done. By the 5th or 6th day, instead of someone saying, I'm eating healthy until the wedding, the person could say, all right, I haven't done what I should have been doing the last weeks, 2 weeks, month. I'm going to put a strategy in place that allows me to ensure that I get really, really good results and I can wear this dress at this wedding or I can feel great at this wedding. Now, the strategy is going to be, I'm going to attend 3 sessions of our gym, program, whatever the case may be, leading up to that wedding. I'm going to go for 3 half-hour walks. When I'm at work, Monday to Friday, I'm going to ensure that I take my lunch, therefore eliminating the possibility of getting lunch with Karen. The difference between a sweeping declaration is you make this declaration that isn't measurable and you have no plan. When you want to change your health and fitness, when you want to improve your health and fitness, when you want to lose body fat, get stronger, get fit, put a plan in place. So at the end of week 1, Dave Hughes watching, hello mate. At the end of week 1, if Dave writes down, I want to attend 3 sessions, I want to go on 3 half-hour walks, I want to make sure I take my lunch to work, and I want to drink 3 liters of water. They're things Dave can tick off every single day. And at the end of the week, Dave can look back at his week and he can be proud of his efforts, which reinforces those good behaviors, which builds to Dave having more self-esteem, and Dave is more likely to get results as opposed to the sweeping declaration. There is nothing wrong with one night out with the guys or the girls. There is nothing wrong with fast food. There is nothing wrong with enjoying life. However, you can put those moments, you can use those events as a timeline. So for example, Dave's training 3 times this week. Dave's reaching his step count. Dave's eating really, I don't like the word healthy, but Dave's eating the appropriate foods throughout the week of work. If Dave's friend comes to town on Saturday and Dave's friend wants to go to a pub, avoid those COVID pubs, they can go out and have 3 beers and it doesn't affect Dave's results in the slightest. Dave has done a great job during the week. He's enjoyed 3 beers with a friend, 300 calories, not the end of the world. Dave's back on track Monday. That is the other thing when you demonize food. When you make the sweeping declaration, it's such an emotional declaration that you just don't look at things logically. If Darby's on to Darby, how are you? If Darby makes a sweeping declaration and Darby says, I'm not eating fast food for the rest of the year. Wednesday comes, Darby's good friend, Charlene, asks her out for lunch. There's nothing around. They end up choosing McDonald's and Darby gets a cheeseburger. And Darby thinks, I failed. I can't do this. I'm going to quit. If Darby just looked at that packet, read the nutrition information and realized that there was 250 calories in a cheeseburger, the same that would be in 15 almonds, for example, obviously the nutrition in the almonds is going to be better than the cheeseburger. But at the end of the day, those 2 things, one is better, one is worse, but they are quite similar in terms of the number of calories they provide you. Even if Darby has that cheeseburger on Wednesday and gets back on track Thursday, she's going to be fine. There is not one unhealthy meal that makes you, there is not one bad meal that makes you out of shape. There is not one good meal. There is not one good workout. There is not bad one workout. It is just consistency. I come on here every single week and talk about consistency, protein, calories, and water. If you nail those 4 things, you will get really, really, really good results. On my birthday 2 weeks ago, I worked out I had about 8,000 calories. I went to town. Brownies, cakes, burgers, chocolate, cheese, whatever I wanted, I ate it. Within 3 days, I was fine. And I'm not encouraging you to go out and eat 8,000 calories, but what I'm encouraging is don't make sweeping declarations, because with that declaration, there's that one last time. When you make a sweeping declaration, you're ultimately going to feel guilty about giving up something, feeling restricted, which doesn't work well in the long run. And thirdly, you will make another sweeping declaration. It is how many of you watching? I've done it myself. The reason why I talk about this, listen to our podcast, I go in detail. I was that person. I was like you. I would have this atrocious weekend. I'd start Monday and I'd feel awful in the morning because I ate poorly all weekend. And I would go out, something would happen, and I'd restart week after week after week after week. And I did this for a good 5 years, and what I would consider to be out of shape or overweight for a trainer, I was. Until I just took away all the emotion and looked at food logically. It all made a lot more sense, and that's when I started getting the best possible results. So, no more declarations, don't feel guilty, and no more one last time, because there is no more one last time. The keto diet, I'm not eating carbs ever again. Someone has a banana, they freak out. And then they have one last time and they start keto again. Strip the emotion back. Eat good, nutritious food that fuels your body on a consistent basis. If you want to have a cheeseburger, have a cheeseburger. Take some food out of your meal plan elsewhere to account for that cheeseburger and get back on track. It is as simple as that. And why I come on here and preach this every single week, because everyone is looking for this magical solution. There's no solution. There is no magic. It is as simple as that. But the problem is it takes time. Do the simple things really, really well. Exercise, weight train, walk, calories, protein, and you will get the best possible results. You will achieve 99.999999% of your goals with that formula. All that other stuff that you hear and read about on Instagram is for the Olympian. It is for the professional basketball player. It is, when they say sport is a game of inches, because those elite level athletes, they need that millisecond. You guys trying to lose 5 kilos of body fat, keep it simple. I hope you all have a lovely night. Thank you for watching. See you later.